People going about their duties, Wycliffe.
Well, a very good morning to you, John. Well, thank you so much, John Jacob Kioria and Victor Olo alongside Jed back in the studio. We are actually, I'm coming to you live from the lakeside city of Kisumu, right where I am here. As you can see behind me, this is the famous Kondele roundabout. This the famous Kondele flyover, and like you can see from, in the background here, it looks like normalcy has resumed here in Kisumu, rather. To remember, this is the sixth day after voting exercise, and the wait has been quite long for all Kenyans, actually, as they wait for the electoral body, the IEBC, to make known the fifth president who will take the reins of power from the departing president, that is Uhuru Kenyatta, and that way it can't be any longer. It can't be more longer for the residents of Kisumu here. You do remember that Kisumu County is one of the four Luo Nyanza counties that are collectively regarded as the political backyard, or rather political development of Raila Odinga, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party presidential candidate, and that means the residents here are anticipating with bated breath for the electoral body actually to make known the fifth president, and they're quite expectant. They are highly expecting probably that their son here could be announced as the winner for the presidential seat, maybe today or tomorrow. You know, the IEBC has until tomorrow to make that party quite important announcement. Like I've mentioned from you, what you can see behind me here, the vehicles, it looks like normalcy is resuming here. If my colleague behind the camera can basically show you the vehicles that are parked around this area. That those vehicles that are used to transport sand, some that transport timber here, and other building materials. Actually, this is the area that such vehicles are protracted. If you really want to get maybe vehicle to transport some of your maybe merchandise, this is the area to come to. There is a very big difference between today and the first 2 days after the elections. There is a vehicle that is just passing behind me. That is another clear indication that probably normalcy is resuming. Like I've mentioned, there is a big difference between today being the sixth day after polling and the very first 2 days after the polling. Polling was done on Tuesday last week, of course, and from Tuesday, actually the tallying has been going on both at the constituency level, now the national level, and within those two first days, the streets of Kisumu were literally deserted. Shops closed, people quite literally staying indoors, and that is just an indication of the anxiety that rocked the residents of Kisumu following the polling, and they've been anxious, of course, after the polling, just trying to predict, or rather wait with bated breath as to for that kind of announcement here. Before I came here, actually, we've been doing round visits to the strategic places within Kisumu. Right now we are at Kondele. On our way here, we passed through the CBD. We've gone to Nyamasaria. We've gone to Nalenda. Those are some of the strategic, the known places here in Kisumu. And what I've observed, that people are getting back to their normal businesses. You know, even as we wait, people really have to eat. People really have to make that income. People really have to build the country. And that kind of weight maybe is not deterring them from going by their normal businesses. And I have spoken to a number of residents from this region, and I may be asking them questions regarding the weight, the expectations, and what really they expect from the announcement that we expect maybe today or tomorrow. And there are two messages that are coming out clearly from their statements. One is the peaceful coexistence that they actually want to experience in this region, and two is the expectations is obviously they expect maybe Raila Odinga to carry the day insofar the announcement is concerned. But nonetheless, the number of residents I've spoken with are telling me that even when the Raila is not announced, they are ready to welcome any the outcome that will be determined by the IEBC, which is the body mandated to make the official announcement with regarding the fifth president of Kenya. And basically, it is this normalcy resuming in Kisumu. The deserted street that we witnessed the very first 2 days after polling, it's no longer the same. Right now, people are going on by their businesses as usual. Shops are opened. Actually, like I was told, we passed by the CBD, and shops are opened as usual. People going about their businesses. And something that I can't really forget mentioning, that I will keep on mentioning, John Jacob Kioria and Victor Law, is the security situation in Kisumu. Like you know, that Kisumu is one of the counties that were flagged by the National Cohesion and Integration Commission as the potential hotspot, especially during this electioneering period, and have been in constant communication with the security operators in Kisumu County. Have been talking with the regional commissioner, that is Mutembei, on phone quite regularly, and this morning I made a calls to the OCPDs of various sub counties here in the constituencies constituting the Kisumu County, especially the border constituencies of Nyakach, Nyando, and Muhoroni, and they're telling me that security is under control. They are communicating with their colleagues in the neighboring counties, and they're assuring us that the security issue is under control, and that the residents of Kisumu and even the Kenyans at large should not worry about anything. Well, JJ, Olo, and Jen, until the presidential results is announced, we know we will be making rounds, speaking to residents, monitoring the situation as it is, and our viewers can trust us for progressive updates as the new developments emerge. For now, let me just hand it back to you so that you can continue with that important discussion you're having right there. JJ.
Fantastic report there, Wycliffe Okech from Kisumu.